bitch like, how the hell y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Ready to turn myself in down at the station. I made a killing today.
Today, the stage is 4,000 miles away on the east coast of Ireland and the Emerald Isles capital city of Dublin and Aviva Stadium for the continuation of the sport's longest uninterrupted series. Iowa State and Kansas State, two Big 12 championship and college football playoff contenders, square off for the 109th time in the Week 0 featured matchup, drawing attention both globally and back home in the USA, setting the table for the 2025 season. The 2025 college football season is underway from Dublin, Ireland. They rush four, back from the pocket is hit and sacked back at the 38-yard line. Toby Osunsami to go.
Dylan Edwards, we've all been waiting to see him get his hands on the football. He just muffs it. Bell there with the hit, and a huge recovery for the Cyclones inside the 10.
You know, Dusty, because of all the fireworks, there's still a lot of smoke in the stadium. You wonder if that impacted at all the vision.
Burkle in the red zone.
Backed in trouble again, sacked again. Osunsami gets back there again. Loss on the play of 8. Pitch to Sama, ball on the ground. And Kansas State falls on it. It's Austin Romaine coming up with the football. 2 turnovers in 5 minutes here in Dublin.
Well, this toss is going to hit Sama right in the face. He can't field it. Big hit by Stufflebean.
And Johnson's pass is caught on the redirection by one of the offensive linemen.
To start this game.
Close to a first down is Gale. Junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Backed off play action. And his pass is caught for a first down. Brett Elskelson, who's wearing Jaden Higgins' old number. Kansas State rushes 5, back throwing to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. Dominic Overby able to haul it in. The first score of 2025. Nineteenth consecutive game with a touchdown pass for Rocco Becht, a school record in the FBS active leader. And Overby already with more catches in this game, 2, than he had all year in 2024, just 1. Conradi makes it 7-0 Iowa State.
Well, it starts with the protection. Kansas State's going to dial up a blitz. They've struggled. Iowa State struggled to protect so far. Carson Anson's going to step up, and he's going to be really good here. But watch here. One-on-one coverage. And it's going to be Wesley Fair just gets beat. Good sell inside by Overby, and a dime delivered by Rocco Becht. Great route. Wesley Fair gets caught inside. He can't overcome. They told us Dominic Overby was the fastest player on offense. A lot of excitement in Ames, Iowa, as they watch from 4,000 miles away.
In the middle of that Iowa State defensive line, and they're going to go Wildcat here with Chase Brown taking the direct snap, faking the pitch to the quarterback, Avery Johnson, and taking off past the 40. And the State gets knocked down 2 yards short of the line to gain by Jamison Patton and Marcus Neal. 4th down. Tip ball to an offensive lineman. And Johnson will keep it himself, and Johnson heads for the end zone. Touchdown, K-State.
Going to start up, downhill.
Up down immediately. Hill, and he fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Iowa State. Right into the arms of Tayshawn James. Another lost fumble.
There was a big hole.
Got a receiver, Chase Brown, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. at the 25 with room, and he's got a first down inside the 40-yard line to the 36.
Now, give Jim Boniface a lot of credit. Back in 2023, started every game as a center, was a backup.
On that K-State defense, a gain of 7. They'll move the sticks down first half, but is good here. Conradi. And Iowa State has the lead back. Conradi missed a 49-yarder in the first half, but is good here from 34. The Cyclone State has the lead. Beck will keep it himself inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. A huge score by the Cyclones after Kansas State gambled and went for it on 4th down inside their 30. The Cyclones take advantage, and we have our first 2-score lead here in Dublin. Conradi makes it 24-14. Iowa State, 6:38 to play.
Well, it started with the 4th down stop. Jamison Patton flying downhill to make a play on 4th down. Avery Johnson gonna run a quarterback sweep, and it's Patton. Boom! Comes down and gets the stop. And Roscoff, you're gonna see a great job here and right here by the right tackle, Tyler Miller. Run that fullback, H-back in motion. Your right tackle with a nice block getting up to the linebacker, Desmond Purnell. And it's Rocco Beck making a cut, finding the end zone, and giving Iowa State a 2-score lead here in Dublin.
Johnson off play action, moving left, throws it deep, got a man wide open. Wow, Jaron Bradley gets behind the defense and scores. Touchdown, Kansas State. What a response. One play later, the Wildcats are right back in it. And like Rocco Beck, Avery Johnson now with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing score. Luis Rodriguez, first-year kicker for K-State, puts it through, and it's a 3-point game again.
Well, the redshirt freshman, Cummings Coleman.
Run play, Hansen downhill, first down, past midfield, powers his way to the 49.
The right side of this offensive line is doing work, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute work. It's Tyler. He's going to fake.
Hansen got the first down. Hansen still going. Dives. He's down, but he got the ball across. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Trust your quarterback, trust your veteran team, and get it to your running back, Carson Hansen, who has been an absolute beast in this 4th quarter. There was no doubt in Matt Campbell's mind what he was going to do. Boy, sure looked like when he stretched that ball over.
Yeah, let's keep an eye here. They're going to review this.
Where's the forearm? What a call by Taylor Mauser.
Now
Iowa State going to take a happy flight home back to Ames, Iowa after this huge 24-21 win.
Will they meet again in December 6th in Arlington for the Big 12 championship game? It's very possible. Kansas State, according to ESPN Analytics, the favorite to win the conference, but Iowa State will take that mantle at least until the Week 1 games kick off after this huge win here in Dublin.
Hey guys, welcome to the live stream right now. We got Idaho State at UNLV. We're just gonna let the game run for a bit. Surprisingly, Idaho State up 3 at this point of the game, midway through the second quarter, and have looked good. They've been moving the ball well and just broke off a big run, but faced 3rd and 16. Coming up shortly, we're gonna be recapping the very exciting Kansas State versus Iowa State game that just took place in Dublin, getting the NCAA season underway. With me, I have Jay.
And this is Cole here, and Mateo will be on in a bit. Third member of the College Football Cheat Code, and we're just going to be previewing the next few games coming up. We got Fresno State versus Kansas at 6:30, Sam Houston versus a team we really like in Western Kentucky at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then the late game is there's a punt.
Oh,
wow.
Idaho State doing all the little things right. And did they get that? Did they touch in the end?
I think that'll be it.
I think it's going to come back. Yeah. They're marking it at the down towards the 3 here. But yeah, so anyways, good.
Yeah.
Good to finally get a stream going this year. Is a long few months without college football, and we're looking forward to having Mateo on momentarily to recap this K-State Iowa State game that just took place. So with that, do we want to?
We'll be back shortly with Mateo.
Yeah, sounds good.
Enjoy the game.
There he is.
There he is.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course, Mateo. We're excited to have you on, and so
great to finally have you here on stream.
Mateo knows his stuff, man. So we're definitely hyped to have him on for week 0 here of the college football season. And we got Idaho State and UNLV right now, Mateo. So before we maybe recap the K-State Iowa State game, what have you been seeing so far in this kind of shocking score right now?
Well, actually, I made a bet on this game, and I took Idaho State spread, but I think the story of this game is just going to be what is going to be the situation for UNLV at quarterback. It's like they got Alex Orji, and he's a project still. So
yeah, as we
just saw on that play.
Yeah. On that play for sure.
been flip-flopping QBs all game.
Yeah, it's Alex Orji's, fourth year in college football, and he's still considered a project. So I don't think he's really going anywhere beyond college, to say the least. But this was once a highly touted recruit by
was he a 5-star?
Michigan. I believe he was, if not a 4-star, but
Not on every site, but
Yeah.
Some sites had him as a 5.
I believe.
4. I think ESPN and Rivals did, but not on 3 and 24/7.
Yeah. But yeah, either way, it was a really promising recruit for Michigan, and he has not lived up to the expectations so far. And I mean, after that first drive where he looked pretty solid moving down the field, that mistake in the end zone really just changed how this game's gone for him. Hasn't really moved on from that, and he just looks just struggling out there right now. He's trying to do too much.
Yeah, definitely.
I got a question for both of you as we see Dan Mullen on the sideline here. Do you think he's going to be the guy to, elevate this program, considering the hardship they've been through recently?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
You know what? I'm just gonna. We had UNLV coming through in our way too early bracket as that team to sneak in, non-power 5 team. So, yeah, I think we'll stick with the prediction and say he gets the job done. Obviously, it's kind of a lot of moving pieces right now. Like they don't have their QB1 yet, as we've seen this game, as Orji gets a nice fights for a little 5-yard run, but yeah, I think time will tell. Like right now, I don't think anyone would be too convinced with what's happened this game so far. Jaden Thomas looks really good, and he's got him on the run again. Wow.
He's Jaden Thomas, Jet Thomas, and he is gone to the house.
Jet Thomas with his second touchdown on that's the guy where if you're that's what they needed tonight. If you're UNLV, you need your star running back coming through when there's some uncertainty at the quarterback position, and Jet Thomas putting on a clinic early here. What do you think about him, Mateo?
Oh, I thought he's always had a lot of burst to him, as we saw in that play there, but he's a home run threat on any play, and his vision allows him to do that as well. Good at seeing him between the tackles.
He had a
patient runner.
Yeah, outstanding season in 2024, and I feel like he didn't even show us what he's fully capable of. Like, he had some flashes where he could be not as good as Ashton Genty was last year, but he could kind of be that top running back in the Mountain West who, just as with Genty, just can carry his team to the playoffs this year. And I feel like UNLV with Jet Thomas does have the potential, as long as he's playing the way he's looked so far, to really contend for that group of 5 playoff spot. I don't feel any group of 5 team is really just like head and shoulders above the rest. So I think UNLV is definitely in a good spot to contend there, and they just got to take care of business in these games. They'll have a lot of easier opponents, but I think for them, if they can get by Boise State, I think Hawaii is a sneaky one for them as well, but if they can get by a couple of those games, they've got a good chance of making it to the playoff.
And I agree, Jay. And just looking at that run, that's a really impressive run. Obviously, people will say Idaho State, but that's Idaho State's come out with good intensity to start the game, and he first tackle, bounces it out to the outside, and then has the vision to just make that one extra cut and take it down the sideline. So,
all right, we're back.
And
sorry about that.
Yeah, so I guess we can kind of just keep talking about this game until maybe we reach half, and then we can do the little K-State, Iowa State recap, and
exactly, and
maybe some games.
Oh yeah, we only got one viewer right now, which I assume is Mateo. But yeah, if anyone's that's wrong, just drop any questions in the chat about if you're curious about what our predictions are for this season, whether it's something to do with this game or a game today or just something completely unrelated, like who do we like as a Heisman sleeper or any like value bets if you're a betting person, just really whatever, and we'll try our best to answer that. And just we're going to be on here the rest of this day, just talking college football, doing what we do anyways. So
Yep, that's well said, Jay. I mean, I wouldn't take any betting advice from me. I already lost my first par today, so on the K-State game. So it wasn't a great start, but I'm sure. I mean, the spread's looking solid here for Mateo. So
yeah,
we'll see if Idaho State.
Hopefully that'll hit, but
that's
But
nice pass break up there.
yeah. So any Mateo, any sneaky players on? We'll keep the focus on UNLV here. That outside of Thomas and the QBs that we haven't mentioned, anyone else that catches your eye or has so far this game?
well, they have as you know, they have met multiple former 4 and 5 star prospects. I can't name too many of them off the top of my head, but I'm sure we'll see a couple of them in this game. I'll have to do a bit of research at halftime, but
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I got to do the same. We're kind of shaking out the cobwebs here in week 0, but
Yeah.
one guy who's looked good early on is Troy O'Meary.
Yeah, I was
wide
gonna
receiver.
say.
yeah, for sure.
Wide receiver out of Texas or Houston. He's been that's a big hit. Who made that hit there?
Oh, Joseph.
That's an impressive play.
Joseph, yeah, he's West Virginia transfer.
Yeah, Jaheim Joseph. Yeah, and that's what are they possibly talking about here on?
We've got a West Virginia fan in the chat. Or one viewer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, welcome to the stream.
And he's
yeah.
gone, but yeah.
So I guess we can. Yeah, do we just want to keep rolling this game until half, or?
Yeah, man, this is the only game on right now.
Yeah.
Hope some more people join the stream so we can talk some ball, but
yeah. Let's see, Idaho State flipping it out on the a good cut and some extracurriculars.
After the whistle, extracurriculars, exactly.
It's a bit unfortunate I won't be able to join you guys next week, but you'll know where I'll be. So
yeah,
well, it'll be great if you can hop on the stream in a little box like this, and we could get
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, a little live from the scene, live from Columbus for that 1v3 matchup that so highly anticipated. So just throws it away. Yeah, but Mateo, what are the emotions going into that game? As a Buckeye fan and getting to probably see potentially the game of the season on opening day in Columbus. You must be hoping the next few days fly by. Just you must be itching to get there.
We dropped a bag on the tickets, so I'm hoping they're going to show up, but I actually don't think they're going to win, unfortunately.
Really?
No, and a nail biter. I just think that the Texas defense is probably going to hold up their own, and I don't know. I need Jeremiah Smith to show he can do something against Texas this time, considering he had 3 yards in the previous matchup. I mean, they did lose Jahdae Barron, but
no, he didn't. He had 3 yards in their previous matchup, but the attention he was getting just took attention away from all their other receivers, and he was the main reason why they won that game, I'd say. Even though
for sure. I just think that he knows he's gonna do something too. That's the thing, but I just want to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they'll probably put Muhammad on him I'd say probably double him most of the
I
game
mean,
as well.
Muhammad, from what I've seen of him last year in the playoffs and just watching like some film, I do not really understand the hype. I mean, he's
Brian Wesco against Clemson, like he cooked him. I can't lie.
yeah, like Muhammad's a very physical corner, but just in coverage, he just gets burned a lot, I feel like. And he's not like when you almost muffed that there.
Fair
But
catch.
when you really watch him, it feels like he relies on his athleticism a bit too much instead of just playing, just using his technique and being in the right place. And a lot of time that comes back and hurts him. But I'd see why some people would have him in the first round. The fact he's a consensus first rounder is crazy to me.
Yeah. I think he's like a late first, early second. That's probably my grade on him. I think his problem is like his, because we know he's very athletic and he has really good length, but he doesn't. His recovery rate, I feel like, is not good enough.
Yeah.
At least right now, it's not. So
yeah, gets a little bit grabby as well at times. But yeah, just a big sack there by Idaho State to, kind of pin UNLV deep in their own territory here on 2nd and 17. So do you have any score predictions for that game, Mateo? Like you said it was going to be a close one, but how close are you thinking?
I'm thinking I honestly think it's going to be pretty low scoring too. Like we both know how, all three of us know how good these defenses are. And I mean, it's Arch Manning's first game in a harsh environment. So I don't even know how good the Texas offense is going to be. And out of camp, Devin Sanchez has been the man in camp. He has been so good. And I think honestly, he has the chance to lock up Ryan Wingo in the first week. So
yeah,
really, yeah,
that's crazy. But
that's okay. That's a bold take.
Impressive from what I've seen for sure.
Is that another sack for Idaho State?
I think that was 4th and 17.
Wow.
I don't know if he'll do it for sure, but he's definitely impressed a lot of people. I think he's consensus number 1 corner in that class.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
past year's class. I mean, yeah, DJ Pickett from LSU, Dijon Lee from Bama, and Naeem Olford from Oregon. Those are the other top 3-4 guys. But yeah, Devin Sanchez played the best comp and has looked good against the best receivers in the nation in camp. So
yeah, I mean that'll be an exciting matchup if that's the matchup we get for sure. Was Xavier Brown, better than me, Mateo? Was he the year before? I think he's Bama. Xavier.
Yeah. He's gonna be a sophomore now.
Okay, yeah, but he's really good as well.
He's amazing. Yeah, I think honestly, I think he's better than Damani Jackson too. But
yeah, that's I could agree with that.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, Xavier Brown's a big name to keep an eye on this year. So what's the time we're looking at? 3 minutes left to go in this quarter, and then we'll get to the K-State Iowa State recap from Dublin earlier this afternoon.
Yeah,
and so Mateo. We were talking earlier. We're gonna get a post out probably tonight, but we were thinking some sleeper teams to keep an eye on for this upcoming season.
I got a few.
You got any teams in mind you want to throw out on the live stream here?
Well, I told you before, and I think I told you guys about how I think there could be another Indiana of this upcoming season, and yeah, it's Purdue.
It's Purdue.
They have a lot of transfers. We just don't know what this team's gonna be, and going back to last year, nobody knew what that Indiana team was gonna be. So. Yeah, they have a new head coach, Barry Odom, one of the best. He was one of the best Group of 5 coaches last year, and
big.
They do have a tough schedule. I think it's just there's a lot of uncertainty with that team. So
Yeah, and I mean that can go either way, right? We've seen it in the past. But yeah, if you're a fan of, like we saw with Cincinnati last year and the transfers from JMU, like when you transfer with your coach and you're familiar you're familiar with his system, like good things can happen, right? And you kind of rise to the competition. Any other? Is there anyone on Purdue before we move on? Like you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I don't like I'm an Ohio State fan, but I don't really follow the bottom teams in the Big Ten the same way I'd follow them in like the ACC or SEC or Big 12. It's probably the conference I know the least about, like top to bottom. So I'll be honest with you right now, I cannot even name like 3 players on Purdue. So if there's anyone.
yeah, they got Ryan Brown at quarterback. He's a redshirt sophomore. He's not that bad. He has to get polished a bit more, get some more experience. But I've seen like through camp so far, I've seen what he's done. He's done pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. So Brown, that's a name to circle down on the Boilermakers.
Player, the only
Tony
real
corner too. He's I've liked what he's done. Redshirt senior.
I don't know if he's still at Purdue, but someone that I think he was there last year is Devin Mockabee, that running back.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
He had
I
a really
remember
good year last year.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull up. Yeah, he was with Purdue last year. Actually, the last 3 years, he's been really solid. One of the better running backs in the country, almost 1,000-yard season, and then 2 seasons at 700 and 800 yards for his last 3. So just a very consistent to have. I feel like he could also take the next step this year and be one of the rushing leaders in the country with improved line. Purdue's line had a lot of issues last year, so not sure if they've improved that. But
there's another sleeper team I have actually, and it's just it's an SEC team actually, and they are ranked, but I feel like there's a lot of people still not talking about them. The Ole Miss Rebels.
Really
interesting.
Yeah, I think
they're not on my radar either. I can't even lie.
I'm a huge Austin Simmons fan, and I think because he's a baseball background too, a lot of quarterbacks that have a baseball background turn out to be pretty good. I can't think of one like previous or current quarterback with a baseball background that hasn't. I don't want to say lived up to the hype, because there's a couple that haven't lived up to the hype, but they've still been very serviceable and good quarterbacks too. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, the ones that come to mind immediately are Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson,
Mahomes
in the MLB.
Yeah,
but there's some didn't Josh Allen have a bit of a baseball background? I could be wrong on that, but
Mahomes, right?
Mahomes did as well. That's a good one actually. I think Mahomes got drafted as well.
Yeah, he did. Matthew Stafford has a background in baseball too.
Yeah, so there you go. And all those guys are pretty magical when it comes to their arm angles and slipping passes, through tight windows, into tight windows. And so, okay, we'll keep a eye on Ole Miss for sure. And was that a big play by Idaho? It was. Wow, down to the 30. Idaho State's not going away here. They're trying to take a lead into the second half of this game.
Yeah.
I think Ole Miss's offensive player of the year, though, will probably be Caden Lee, as all 3 of us are pretty big fans of Caden Lee. So.
I am not personally not a big fan of the Ole Miss offense at all, but Caden Lee is, if someone is able to carry that offense to be at the same level of as their defense, I think it would be him, because he's just he's a playmaker, and I feel like he can make it easier for a quarterback like Simmons, who has a lot less experience than some of the guys in the SEC.
And I know, Mateo, one of your guys on defense you really like there, Perkins.
Yeah, Centurion Perkins. I've been a big fan of him for a while.
Yeah,
he still has a couple. He has to be refined a bit more, like, in terms of like bull rushing and power rushing. But like, this guy's bend is ridiculous. He's so fast. No, I've not seen an edge rusher with his speed since probably Nolan Smith, I want to say.
Yeah, no, he's the real deal. And so this always confuses me. Is he playing linebacker or edge for them?
Oh yeah.
Like I never.
He's playing edge, but he can play off ball too.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So
and obviously alongside him is Nebraska transfer Prince William Ellen, Princely's brother.
Oh yeah.
I was a big fan of Princely last year.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, he's gone.
He's going to take the lead in this game. There you go, Mateo. That's good for the spread.
Whoa.
Could you imagine if I had taken the money line and it actually hit?
I was checking FanDuel. I think Idaho State was like plus 8,000 or something.
They were.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it was there were 30-point favorites as well.
Wow. So that spread's looking
30
great
and a
right
half at the start of this game.
That spread's looking really good.
Yeah, also not to interrupt this great game that's going on, but you see at the bottom of the screen we got the preseason AP top 25. I don't know if Mateo, you can see that right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can. So just want to know your reactions to that. There's a few things that really stood out for me that I do not understand at all, and maybe one of you can try to explain that. But mainly, what is Ohio State doing behind Penn State? And what is Tennessee doing in the top 25? Like,
Tennessee,
that's what I was thinking as
Tennessee
well.
has so many question marks, but I mean, Josh Heupel's a really good coach, so I mean, he's continued to deliver with that program for years now. At least, like, I mean, they haven't won anything like anything crucial of any sort, but they've won big games, like big ranked matchups that have affected the landscape of the SEC, which is pretty important. I think, like, I don't know how you can put Michigan that high.
Oh yeah.
Either. I don't think they're better than Oklahoma and Florida, at least.
Or SMU.
Or SMU.
Or Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, that's another team. It's just like they're coming off like a kind of, I want to say, like a quote unquote rebuild year, and they have a good squad. I think they'll probably have 9-10 wins, but
Michigan's schedule, other than that Oklahoma game, which isn't in conference, I feel like is one of the easiest, and if not the easiest in the Big Ten in terms of their conference schedule. So they have a path to even make the Big Ten championship game if they can get a win against Ohio State, which they've been able to do the last 4 years.
Yeah, with that game though, it's still
Or the last
biggest rivalry in sports. Like, it's still going to be a toss up either way. Like,
yeah, in the big house this year. So, I mean, yeah, the top 25. It's interesting. Like, I think the committee kind of did rob us of a 1v2 opener with Texas, Ohio State. I mean, I can understand Texas sliding ahead of Ohio State, but yeah, I agree with Jay. Penn State, despite their returning talent at the running back position, and then having Drew Aller, that's a little bit of a surprise to me too. But I think other than that, I don't really see anything that's insanely like out of place. Like, Illinois at 12 ahead of South Carolina seems a bit off.
Illinois beat South Carolina though.
Okay,
did they last year?
I know
games.
Or the bowl game.
Bowl games with a grain
yeah.
of salt, because those are not.
I know. I'm sure.
Those are not.
Like,
Sure.
It's just because I'm not the biggest fan of the SEC right now. So
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, no, I get that too. And then Texas Tech's kind of a wild card at 23. In my opinion.
I like them there. I think that team has a lot of upside. They brought in
oh
a few
yeah,
transfers. They brought in they have a
Quinn and Joyner, they got some studs on that team.
they had a solid team last year. What did they finish? 7-5, 8-4.
I think 8-4.
8-4 last year, and
Terrence Carter, right?
yeah,
Who's
Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter.
Yeah, a lot of solid additions. None that are really flashy players, but just
David Bailey.
yeah, he was great at Stanford. Just a lot of just portal additions that I think they are. I think there's really three. I'm gonna say four teams that have a chance of winning the Big 12 this year. And after how Kansas State looked today, I think it might actually be three teams, but I'd say Arizona State after last year's got to be the front runner. Baylor's got a tough schedule, but I think they can definitely compete for a conference championship. And then I've got to say the third is Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm with that too, actually. Cole, what about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think I take what happened in the K-State game today with a bit of salt, or like a grain of salt, with Edwards going out on the first play of the game, and then their tight end Cure, is it right?
Yeah, Lincoln Cure was game time decision. He was unable to play.
So I take that 3-point loss with a grain of salt. Like that's Avery Johnson still balled out in my opinion. He started a little slow as you'd expect, kind of shaking off the rust, and then I think this is a good time to kind of transition, Jay, to the recap of Iowa State versus Kansas State here. But yeah, I wouldn't count Kansas after today's game by any means.
I mean, it is still like week 0, and they didn't even play at home. I guess that was supposed to be a
2 here.
So
they're gonna go for this?
Exactly, Mateo. It's in, you've seen that happen in the NFL with the Brazil game. The field conditions aren't great. You got inclement weather, and it's just kind of a coin. It makes it more of a coin flip than it would be. And then you count the injuries on offense to K-State, and it's really a game that, and when you look at the data set, you it as an outlier.
Yeah, if I was a college football program, I would do everything I can to make sure I don't play in that kickoff game because it's good for the program. It gets you some brand exposure, but it is a very, very difficult game to go overseas and win that game, and against usually it's 2 ranked opponents, or you'll be playing a very solid team. And as Cole said, it's likely a coin flip as the conditions make it something that's not typical of college football. So I feel like just starting this year 0-1 in a game like that can take a toll on your team. Then you got to travel back, and they don't have a week off. Kansas State's, I think, right back next week. So they've got a long year ahead of them, and they're already 0-1 and 0-1 in conference play. So unless they're perfect for the rest of the year, I don't really see a way that they get into the playoffs now, which they definitely have the talent to win out. But I don't think after the toll that week 1 loss took on them, I do not think they're going to be a contender anymore.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us knew that game was going to be down to the wire the whole time. I mean, I took Iowa State spread with that one, and thankfully it hit. But
okay, yep.
Yeah.
What was that at? What was the number there?
Plus 3.5. But
wow. Okay. So yeah, that hit by a decent chunk then. But yeah, low-key, I've been kind of sold by spread betting a few times last year. So I don't know, I'm tempted to stay away from it, but you might have to help me out there, buddy, because I can't hit a spread bet to save my life. Like, it's brutal. I lost out on a crazy long shot parlay because I lost a spread. Like, Bowling Green barely didn't cover the spread against A&M, who frankly
I remember that game. I remember.
No, like they pulled away in the fourth, and I was just watching as I didn't cash. I watched as my cash out went unavailable for like 600 or something like that. I was pretty cheesed, but yeah. So I'll have to take some tips on that from you this year when it comes to spread betting, because I can't. Like, I think I'm probably 0-10 all time, so it's bad. It's really bad, and it looks like UNLV is possibly going to go into half down to Idaho State as they had to punt it away after false starting on 4th and short. So it looks like you got another promising spread bet.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I made that bet, like, I know we're talking about college football here, but like, on the topic of betting, you have to think, like, the matchups always matter. Like this, for instance, there was no way that UNLV was covering a 30 and a half point spread when they have like clear question marks at quarterback. Like,
yeah,
it was just it's never going to happen.
Yeah. So, that's a easy play there. Well done. I didn't even, for whatever reason, it didn't even occur to me. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I thought Orgy was far and away just going to be their starter, but I guess that's not the case.
I mean, have you ever watched, no disrespect, have you ever watched Alex Orgy play football?
No, I guess I should have considered the fact. But, like, honestly, it's kind of rare, in my opinion, to see, first play of the game. Like, they had 2 QBs, and then I was like, okay, maybe Idaho State wasn't a bad play. But what are we at? 49 seconds. Then we'll cut to some K-State, Iowa State graphics and try and
send some previews as well for later today. There's 3 more games to go. We got
3 more games on the slate.
You can see on the
we'll
board behind us.
We'll tilt the camera down here.
Fresno against Kansas. We got Sam Houston against one of my personal favorites, Western Kentucky, and we got Stanford visiting
another of your favorites.
Maybe my favorite team in college football right now. My favorite group of 5 team in college football right now. Why?
So wait. Who did you guys pick for those games again? I couldn't remember.
I think we got all the home teams here. Kansas.
I at least have all the home teams. I don't know how much Cole agrees with me on Hawaii, but I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people this year. But we're gonna find out right away because they've got a new quarterback. They've got a lot of returning players on their defense. Their defense isn't like one of the better ones in terms of just dominant sack numbers or pick numbers if you look at the stats, but they just have guys who contribute. Like, I think they have 4 players with 5+ sacks last year, and all of them came back. They just have a lot of contributors. They've got a decent duo at safety. They've got a decent running back, and they've got 2 really solid receivers and Nick Senecal, the Canadian, and Bufeli Ashlock. And then their quarterback is Micah Alejado, who started 1 game for them last year and put up 500+ yards and 6 passing touchdowns against New Mexico. So we're not sure if that's a fluke or if that's going to be what fans are going to get used to in Hawaii. But I feel like based on what he did in high school, and we have some graphics that we'll show at the half, but I think there's some reasons why he could be the real deal, and he's going to be the starter in Hawaii for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, for that game, I took Stanford spread just because, I mean, Hawaii doesn't have the best track record of like first week matchups. So, like, that's the only reason I took Stanford, but they could easily prove me wrong. I agree with every single point you just made, Jay.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly, I haven't looked into Hawaii too closely yet, so I just kind of took Jay's word for it. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to watch that game tonight and see what kind of more of what they're about, and what their play style looks like this year. And obviously watching Senecal out of Montreal will be fun as well. And yeah, Stanford is another team that, I really only watched because of another Canadian wide receiver last year,
Yeah.
with Alik Ayomanor. So I kind of gotta study their team a bit further because
Mateo, I was just wondering, do you know who Stanford brought in as their new coach?
I should know this, but I don't know why I can't name it on my head.
Frank Reich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, former Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And Colts coach.
Yeah.
Frank Reich. Yeah.
That's I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell indeed. Speaking of previous, I guess NFL coaches in college now, like I guess the big story is Bill Belichick. What do you guys think of him at UNC?
I personally think that he's gotten a lot of like coverage around that program over the last few months, and I think he's definitely the type of coach that can, with all of his experience, take that UNC team to the next level. I just don't see really a lot of talent on that team this year, to be honest. If not for Bill Belichick, I'd probably predict them as a borderline bowl eligible team. I think with the great coaching that he's going to bring in and all of his experience, I do think he'll be able to adjust to the college game. It might be a bit more difficult as his team's not as talented as some of the teams he's had in the past, of course, but he's a good coach and he should be able to lead them to 8 or 9 wins possibly, but I don't see how they'll do any better than that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I'm thinking the same thing. Like 8 or 9 wins is probably what they're going to reach.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think I think that's a good benchmark. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go a little lower than that, maybe 7. I'm thinking. I think it's kind of similar to, just the storyline and the hype of obviously completely different school in terms of the talent and what they're known for, but when Deion Sanders went to Colorado, and again, it's not the best comparison to make.
It's a very good comparison. Like the only difference is Colorado was coming off their worst season in program history, but I mean UNC hasn't been great the last few years either. They let James Madison score 70 on them last year, so I do think that's a very good comp for.
And yeah, exactly. And I'm not really the comparison. That's what Jay's kind of alluded to. It's not so much the coaching experience, because obviously Belichick's his resume is gonna outclass any other head coach you put him up against, pretty much. In terms of college coaches or even NFL coaches transitioning to the collegiate level, but just in terms of the storyline, the hype, the trajectory of the teams, as Jay was mentioning. And so that's why I think they're kind of eerily similar. And in the back of my mind, I wouldn't be shocked at all if Belichick saw the news, just kind of the headlines that Sanders made by going to Colorado, and he was like, that sounds, kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. But
said it better.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I mean, yeah, they have a bunch of transfers on defense, and that unit's going to be led by Bill Belichick. So, I mean, I think all they can do is go up. But a lot of these players I haven't seen play in like a minute, right? And I don't know too much about them. I don't know if you guys have heard of Thaddeus Dixon, but that's one of the couple names I'm familiar with.
I've heard of him. I can't place it, but I've heard
transfer.
Okay.
Yeah. he's like very solid in coverage. And just a pretty talented defensive back all around. And same with Andrew Simpson from Boise State. He was one of their best linebackers last year. He transferred there. Yeah. They have a couple weapons on offense. I'm not too impressed with the O-line though, but yeah, it's just we're just gonna see. I guess we're just gonna have to see what this team's gonna be. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's pretty good analysis overall, assessment of the situation, and yeah, Mateo definitely knows a little bit more about the roster than me at this point in time. I'm still polishing up my research for the regular season, but I'll definitely check out Dixon because I have heard that name before, but I haven't really looked into his game too much. So thanks for that, Mateo. And I think now we're going to kind of transition to maybe a little bit of a post-game recap here with Iowa State and K-State, and then transition to some quick previews of the games tonight. Because I know, Mateo, you said you had till around 6 p.m., so we'll try and get this on time to wrap the stream up around 6. That works with your schedule.
I think I could probably extend that an hour at least.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm going out with a couple friends tonight because it's my last night in Ottawa, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, well, we don't want to press you to staying on the stream.
No, I would like to stay.
Okay, fair enough. No, I mean, it's fun. It's always fun talking.
If you guys could fill me in on the game, though, that'd be great because I only watched the first 5 minutes of the game, and then I had no other chance to watch any other part of it. So,
well, I have good news for you.
It was kind of putting together a little package here.
A little highlights package from the game.
Maybe we can get a little live reaction from Mateo.
You got that?
That wasn't it. That was our. We can play that as well if you want. I think we do that first.
Is that the intro video?
I think we play this first.
Okay.
All right, let's see it.
I think this is just recently dropped on the IG today, but we have our intro video for the new season.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Exactly. So yeah, let me just I'll put you back on in a second, Mateo, but
3rd and 11.
Moving. Here they come.
Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. And Smith, he's got it! The longest, toughest postseason climb in the history of the sport. And after all that, it's Ohio State, national champions.
Breaking college football news, North Carolina nearing a deal to make Bill Belichick the coach of the Tar Heels.
Please welcome the new head football coach at the University of North Carolina, Coach Bill Belichick.
Breaking news. Former Georgia quarterback Carson Beck will transfer to Miami.
We got breaking news out of college football where UCLA has informed its quarterback room that it plans to add former Tennessee quarterback Nico Imaliava.
We've got breaking news into CBS Sports HQ where the College Football Playoff Committee has approved a major change for the 2025 season. So this year's playoffs will feature straight seeding, eliminating first-round byes for the 4 highest-ranked conference champions.
Well, we've got some breaking news out of college football where Texas is ranked #1 in the first AP poll of the 2025 season.
All of the lights. Lights.
baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need, want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights. Fast cars, shooting stars. All of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's big exactly where we are. All of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
Something wrong, I hold my head. MJ gone, I nigga dead. I slapped my girl, she called the feds. I did that time and spent that bread. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a nigga replacing me. I had to take him to that ghetto university. The lights, top lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights. All of the lights, all of the lights.
So that was our intro that's on the Instagram, and that's going to be if that doesn't get you hyped for the season, I don't know what does.
Would you like it, Mateo? Or?
Yeah, I was a big fan of it for sure.
Yeah, it's Jake cooked that up, so thanks to him. And now we can probably get rolling to some of
let's go to this
our post game analysis
the stage is 4,000 miles away.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
On the east coast of Ireland and the Emerald Isles capital city of Dublin.
A couple minutes of the start of the game,
for the continuation of the sport's longest uninterrupted
we're gonna
series. Iowa State
give them some of the highlights here.
Two Big 12 championship and college football playoff contenders square off for the 109th time in the Week 0 featured matchup, drawing attention both globally and back home in the USA, setting the table for the 2025 season.
Not gonna lie, Iowa State, like, obviously, Halliburton is having fun there.
From the pocket is hit and sacked back at the 38-yard line. Toby Osunsami.
Was really good coverage, and you're going to see the walls cave in on Rocco Becht. Nice job working through the tight end, condensing that pocket.
Tyler Perkins, fourth year as the starting punter. And Dylan Edwards, very dangerous with the ball in his hands, has to backpedal, and he muffed the kick.
You see that, Mateo?
Iowa State at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that part of the game, but
yeah, some sloppy play early in this one, but as we said, the weather was not the best. Field conditions.
Yeah, from what I was reading, it looked like Iowa State was kind of taking control of special teams, and that's kind of how they won. So,
yeah, I mean this was.
And Dylan Edwards, we've all been waiting to see him get his hands on the football. He just muffs it. Bell there with the hit. And a huge
then Edwards leaves shortly after this play.
Yeah, he left. That was his only play. He was
There's still a lot of smoke in the stadium. You wonder if that impacted at all the vision.
Burkle in the red zone.
Backed in trouble again. Sacked again. Osunsami gets back there again. Loss on the play of 8. Pitch to Sama, ball on the ground. And Kansas State falls on it. It's Austin Romaine coming up with the football.
Austin Romaine.
2 turnovers in 5 minutes. Here in Dublin.
This toss.
You see this play, Mateo?
Right in the face.
No, I did not.
Big hit by Bean.
I saw the last sack by Osunsami, and then that was it.
Take back throwing to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. Dominic
That was
Overby able to haul it in. The first score of 2025.
Rocco Beck threw a couple of nice end zone fades in this game.
Yeah, he started off decent, but I mean, statistically, it looked like he was having some problems in the second half.
Oh
So
yeah, he struggled a bit early on in like the early second half, but he made some huge throws as the game went on.
In 2024, just one.
That's right.
I think it's just because he also has to adjust to not having Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel anymore. So
yeah.
Defensive and cheat inside. Garrett Oakley secures that.
So this was Johnson's rush to the end zone. Italian.
Avery Johnson puts his foot in the ground, gets north and
Nice.
south.
I want to get to that.
Right into the arms of Tayshaun James. Another lost fumble.
There was a big hole opened up.
The game of fumbles.
Down, squares up Joe Jackson.
2 fumbles for each team in the first half.
For that review, Benjamin Bramer does a good job getting inside leverage.
Iowa State trying to preserve time by calling the last one on defense. Rushes 3. Johnson over the middle. It's caught a first down by Jace Brown.
To make sure it
Jace Brown was really impressive.
He was, yeah. He was
And sacked again.
a difference maker.
Finds another open tight end.
Even this backup plan.
Yeah, they tight end.
Place it deep into the end zone. Caught.
That was S. Gilliston.
This is his first career touchdown as well.
And Iowa State has the lead.
Protection's been a problem all game, and they're going to dial it up. Vanderman's going to bring another pressure. Watch the offensive line go to work here. They're going to set up a good, clean pocket, pick up that pressure, allow the time. Now, what happens down the field? Eskelson with a picture-perfect route. Watch the route. He's going to freeze the corner.
Okay, if you want to jump in at any point, give your live reactions.
And another dime delivered by Rocco Beck. The route freezes that corner. McIntosh, he gets flat-footed.
that was actually a perfect ball. I can't lie.
Yeah. He got the foot in here, eh? The left foot.
Through the catch. And the
Barely
Cyclones
got it
back
in.
on the board here in the second half.
Perhaps the final play of the quarter. Play action pass. Johnson setting up, climbing the pocket, and a wide open tight end Oakley into Iowa State territory. Tackled at the 44-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter.
For a gain of 22, and Kansas State will start the fourth quarter in Iowa State territory, trailing the Cyclones by 7.
Stride, no interference, gets that left hand up, right in the way, a little deflect.
They blow it dead after a pickup of 7.
I like
Pumps, looks deep,
Oh.
got a receiver, Jace Brown, walks into the end zone, touchdown, Kansas State.
Jace Brown,
I mean,
so impressive.
yeah, I've loved this game for a while. I think him and Avery Johnson will have a really good connection.
I will say Iowa State, obviously they had Darian Porter as their cornerback 1 last year, but they had their cornerback play, their safety play was really what
The Wildcats just tied it up
kind
now,
of
kicking deep
led to their breakdowns in this game. But their corner play, I'm still getting familiar with I'll pull up their names now, but not to ramble on too long, but let's see, I think it was Marcus Neal was really impressive.
Oh yeah, and how did Jontez Williams play?
He played pretty well, I think, as well. He had half the tackle for loss, 3 solos, 5 tackles.
for that drop by McIntosh, because a gift almost delivered. McIntosh eyes on the quarterback.
But yeah, Dominique Orange was stout in the middle. I know you like him a lot.
Yeah,
big city.
He was my all underrated team.
He was, yeah. You had him there. That was a good shout for sure. He played very well.
The center. Watch him get up to the second
And,
level.
but yeah, Marcus Neal was great as well. Yeah, he was everywhere.
And the good cutback there by Carson Hansen.
Get it.
Now give Jim
8.
Boniface a lot of credit. Back
Yeah,
in 2023, started every game as a
Marcus
center.
Neal had
Was
a
backup
tackle and a
last year.
half
Now
for
getting another
loss and
opportunity to start.
8 tackles.
Yeah.
But On a roll right now, picking up another first down for Iowa State on the ground. They're starting to lean on that K-State defense. A gain of 7. They'll move the sticks down to the 21 early in the 4th in a tie game. A 34-yard field goal try. Kyle Conrady. And Iowa State has the lead back. Conrady missed a 49-yarder in the first half, but is good here from 34. The Cyclones with 10 minutes to go. Lead in Dublin by 3.
Carrying the load for this offense. Rocco Beck's had the hot hand. It's checked empty.
Beck will keep it himself inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Game's over. How do you think they're going to respond? Got to be it, right?
I mean,
A huge score by the Cyclones after
yeah,
Kansas
there's
State
one thing
giggled and went for it
you
on
noticed
fourth
that
down
Iowa
inside
State
their
was just
30.
clutch when they needed to be in this one.
The Cyclones take
They,
advantage, and we have our
do you know who else
first
was
two-score
clutch?
lead here in Dublin.
Avery Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what he does here. Next play.
Well, it starts, and it's Patton. Boom! Tyler, a 2-score lead here. Bradley gets back, making a cut, finding the end zone.
The very next play, look what he does.
A 2-score lead here in Dublin.
Johnson off play action, moving left, throws it deep, got a man wide open.
Wow, right off play action, too.
Yep.
And scores! Touchdown, Kansas State! What a response!
Yeah, Friday.
One play later, the Wildcats are right back in it. And like Rock
from Bradley. Safety's got to get over the top here. His vision gets back inside to Jace Brown. Nobody over the top, and it's a walk-in touchdown for Kansas State.
Run play. Hansen downhill. First down past midfield. Powers his way to the 49.
The right side of this offensive line is doing work, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute work. It's Tyler Mitter. It's Brendan Black.
Sorry, just 1 second. Stream's been suspended. I'm just gonna end stream, but we're gonna be back in a second.
Is it because of the highlights, maybe?
Walking that bitch like how